right, everyone. Welcome to what is it? Week 8 already? Week 9? Forget. But we're right in the thick of it. Welcome back to the shuffle. Let's get right into it. Um, not a great week for us. Just to get it started, 18 and 30. Before we move too far away from it, what you will notice is we are once again 6 bets short of what we should have each week. And so in this case, Aaron, who has now forgotten 6 times over the course of his time in the shuffle, has forgotten to put in his bets again. He had the Monday night game. And so you know what we do around here. Shame, shame, shame. I think I'm going to make a button for that so I don't have to. Yeah. Anyway, with that, not a great week. 18 and 30, minus 11 units. We kind of been in the negatives, not too bad all season. The worst we've been is minus 15, but haven't hit that green week yet, so we're still looking for that. Let's go back to the winner. The winner this week is Nick. Nick was 4 and 2. That was plus 2.75 units. I thought this was Nick's second win. The one he won actually was taken over by Corey because I messed up one of Corey's bets. So this is Nick's first win of the season at for 4 and 2. And then Dalton, who's still been putting up a great season, was 3 and 3. He had plus 1 unit, and so everyone else, Aaron missed, and the rest of us are kind of in the red there. Not one of the most exciting, weeks of this season. I think we saw 8 out of 12 games were supposed to be blowouts, and uh, anyway, I'll leave it at that. Let's get over to the season. For the season, Dalton's still in first place. He had another unit, so he has a 7 plus units on the season at 22 and 20. He's winning. Nick added 2. That brought him up to second place at 24 and 24 plus 4 units. Stone, 22 and 20. So same winning percentage as Dalton, just not as many hits on the reach and such. So he's still up about a unit. Myself, and then Corey right there in the middle, minus 1 unit, 18 and 30. Everyone else in the red by at least 10 units. No big deal. We're still not even halfway. Actually, after this week, this will be the halfway mark. So I'll do the halfway mark next week. Um, but you're 1 hit away. Corey has our best hit of the year at plus 1100. So you hit one of those, you're back in the green, and you're only a couple units away from Dalton if he has a bad week. And we see movements in the scoreboard every week. So with that, I'll talk more about the season as far as how it compares to the last 2 seasons next week at the halfway mark, but we are 165 and 242. We are at minus 58 units. And so not good. Again, still looking for that first green week. And we'll get that thing going in just a minute. Let's go to best of category. So who is dominating their categories? Stone is winning spread 5 and 2. Stone is also winning over under at 6 and 1. So he's 11 and 3 on those 2 categories with let's see, about plus 8 units, which is great. Nick just took over best of bet category at 13 and 11 plus 5 units, and then Corey still has that reach. Hill has 2 of the top 5 reaches, 2 and 6 with a plus 8.2 unit. Let's get some of our reaches or our positive bets of the week. Let me zoom out just a tad. And we had 5 of them. So Dalton put up a pretty good Chuba Hubbard anytime touchdown plus 215. Stone, Kittle anytime touchdown plus 165 for tight ends weekend. Nick, Metcalf anytime touchdown. That helped him out get first place. He also had a Rogers Love each quarter 15 yards at plus 115. And then I had a DJ Moore 40 plus for 108. So 5 there. That gets our total for the season up to 39 total. And we're about to kind of hit that where we're going to have to go to that second column there. And we'll go from there. So maybe my favorite segment of the week. Worst of category. All right. So David still hasn't hit a spread yet. 0 and 8, minus 8.55 units. Um, he's having outside of that one category, he would be having a decent season. He's minus 10 units on the season, minus 8 units on that category. So he's only minus 2 units and then with that, we know Shea not putting up a great season this year. He is the worst of category for over under, best bet, and for reach, and his best bet is 3 and 21. And so with that, he is 10 and 38 for the season, minus 33 units. He has put himself in position to make the greatest comeback in shuffle history if he could pull it off. And so we'll see how that goes. Um, All right, that's I think I have all the recap I have for the week last week. Now this week there are 13 games, only 4 teams on bye. Everything's on Sunday. No Europe games, no double Monday nights, no double Sunday nights. Just our standard slate here. There's a couple good ones on the board, but what I'm going to do so I don't have to shuffle it 8, 9 times for the week, we're going to start doing it based off how many reaches we've hit. So we've hit 5, so we're going to random it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this will be the last one. Let's see. We got the Sunday night game, Seattle, Washington. Dalton's got that one. We got one 4 o'clock game, which is Shea, and then everyone else should be Sunday at 1. So I should be seeing a lot of tickets pop up. 7 tickets pop up on that Sunday 1 o'clock slate. Um, I think that's all I have. I have an administrative note here just to make sure we're all on the same page. And this is the way I used to bet it. It's why the spreadsheet's set up this way. And I realized looking at some of these, how we play this is we're always trying to win a unit, right? I think that the way I looked at it was like we'll take the risk if it's like minus 110, we'll take the we'll put in like $1.10 to win $1, and we're always trying to win the dollar. What I've realized is that that's actually not a perfect math on how the units go. You normally risk a unit and then you get whatever you have left at the end. Um, and I think that would actually calculate out better for this podcast. What we're going to do is we're going to play the season out the way we have it here. And then next year, I'll switch everything over so that we're then risking a unit to win whatever we can win. So every bet is worth the same versus here we do risk, like who's going to risk the most, right? And then we kind of balance it out that way. I think it might play better than this format. We'll still keep, I might, maybe I'll do 2 at the same time and copy each other so we can see how it kind of plays out. There shouldn't be too much difference, but again, we we're always trying to win a unit. We're not risking a unit to win whatever we get, and that's one reason why the numbers are a little bit different than what we would all expect. That's the way I used to bet it. I always used to bet 11 to win 10, but I kind of start to see that's not exactly watching some other podcasts. So I'll leave it at that. I probably took up too much time explaining that. I have some other things in mind, like a shame button and some other sound effects, but I'll worry about that maybe during the holidays when I have more time. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing everyone next week for what I hope is our first week as we hit the 50% way through the season.